So what is the purpose of your website? I think that this is probably one of the things that we find most often than not, that a small to mid-sized company, they miss this step. They've got a great product or service. They're doing great in their brick and mortar or even home base. They want to extend to the web, or they even have a website, but they've totally kind of missed the whole niche market, or who are they selling to, or what are they selling? So this is usually the first step that we'll go through with one of our clients is, are you, for your website, are you selling an item? Are you just providing information? Is it just a place for a resource? Is it a lead generation? One way you can think about that is like realtors, mortgage lenders. Those websites are really for lead generation. Are you showcasing projects? Provide customer service and support. That might be like an IT website, and a combination of all of them. You could have a website that provides all of these things.
Wendy, I was just walking through this step, and this is obviously one of the reasons I love Wendy so much, is because we think along the same best practices path. And I was working with a realtor, and he was telling me, because I always say, what's unique about you? And he was going on, and I literally almost fell asleep. I'm like, yeah, that's not unique. That's you and every other real estate agent. So why in the world am I going to pick you over anybody else? And this step, I don't want anybody to bypass it because this is the start of the webinar. This is probably your most important slide in your entire presentation, is if you don't know what your customers want or what path you want them to take coming into your website, you're going to sink all this money into a website and all this work into a website, into a business, and it's going to be for nothing.
Exactly. And being able to direct them to the right place.
Exactly.
You need to know who your client is. And with that, it's like, in order to get started, you need to define the purpose of your website. So it's like we said, selling the item, providing information, like you said with the realtor. What's your point? What's your goal of the website? It needs to have a goal. And then, kind of spinning off of what you just said was kind of my next slide.
Right.
Knowing your target market. Who are you selling your product or service to? So before we get started with the website, a lot of times I would probably say it's like 50-50. A lot of our clients have already gone through these steps. They know who their niche client is. They know who they're selling to. And that's great. But a lot of them don't, and they kind of miss this step. And I feel it's really, really important, because this will also help you with the goal of the website, is if you have this information first. So, who are you trying to attract to your website? Are they male or female? A level of education, their age group, hobby and interest, what do they read? Do they have kids? Income level, what is their biggest problem? See, everybody is in business because they're solving a problem for somebody. Well, what is that problem you're solving? And if you can answer these questions, then you're going to have a really clear and concise website, which is going to have a really defined goal. And you're going to get a better return on investment in the end.
The other part of the slide that I love is once you have this down, obviously not only does it help your website designer, but it also helps focus your marketing energies, because
Absolutely.
We even take it a step further, and we ask them things like, when they go on vacation, where do they go? And I asked a client this the other day, and he laughed, and he says, my clients don't go on vacation. They're lucky to get to the Puyallup Fair. Well, ding dong. That's a good thing, because now you know not to spend your advertising dollars on some cruise ship. You know to spend your advertising dollars down at the Puyallup Fair. Where are your customers at? So
you're hitting the nail on the head with that analogy right there.
Yeah. So what your buyers do when they're not on your website is just as important as when they are on your website. So great slide.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.